We're now ready to consider the next type of peritoneal fold, which is ligaments. Ligaments can be thought of as being associated with the liver, the spleen, and the stomach. In addition, you've also got the phrenicocholic ligament, which is associated to the splenic flexure. The first set of ligaments that we'll consider is the ligaments associated with the liver. The first of these is the left triangular ligament, which attaches the upper surface of the left lobe of the liver to the undersurface of the diaphragm. The next ligament is the coronary ligament. Now, the coronary ligament has two layers that are widely spaced apart. Now, the first layer is the upper layer, which attaches the posterior surface of the right lobe of the liver to the diaphragm behind it. The lower layer also connects the posterior surface of the right lobe of the liver to the diaphragm, and also to in front of the kidney and the suprarenal gland. The two layers of the coronary ligament are widely separated, and in between them we have the bare area of the liver. On this view, we also see the upper layer of the coronary ligament as well as the left triangular ligament, but the main point of this view of the liver is to appreciate the falciform ligament, which attaches the anterior surface, I should say the anterior superior surface of the liver to the anterior abdominal wall and diaphragm. In the lower edge of the falciform ligament we have the ligamentum teres, which represents the obliterated umbilical vein. We're now ready to move on to the ligaments associated with the stomach and spleen. The first of these ligaments is the gastrosplenic ligament, which attaches the greater curvature of the stomach to the hilum of the spleen. The other ligament is the splenorenal ligament, which attaches the hilum of the spleen to the posterior abdominal wall opposite the left kidney. The splenorenal ligament contains between its two layers, which are here and here, the tail of the pancreas as well as the splenic vessels. If we trace the layers of these ligaments, what we'll see is that the inner layer of the gastrosplenic ligament does not invest the surface of the spleen and simply continues as the inner layer of the splenorenal ligament. The outer layer of the gastrosplenic ligament invests the whole surface of the spleen, then returns as the outer layer of the splenorenal ligament to reach the phrenicocholic. The next is called the mesentery. The mesentery, it attaches along its intestinal border to the jejunum and ileum, and it attaches to the posterior abdominal wall by the root of the mesentery. The root of the mesentery extends across the posterior abdominal wall from the duodenojejunal flexure across the third part of the duodenum, then across the aorta and the inferior vena cava, and then across the front of the right psoas muscle with the ureter and the right the right gonadal vessels which lie in front of it. The next mesentery to consider is the transverse mesocolon. The transverse mesocolon extends between the hepatic and the splenic flexures of the colon. As it extends between these 2 points, the transverse mesocolon passes across the second part of the duodenum and then attaches to the lower border of the anterior surface of the pancreas. The transverse mesocolon then ends opposite the front of the left kidney. The last mesocolon, so the last mesentery to consider is the sigmoid mesocolon. Now, the sigmoid mesocolon is basically shaped in the form of an inverse of the inverse V. It has a lateral limb and a medial limb. The lateral limb extends roughly in line with the external iliac vessels, which are here, about halfway to the inguinal ligament. The medial limb passes inwards towards and ends menses. In to limb, we also have the ureter, which lies immediately beneath them and should to damage the colon. Now ready to talk about the peritoneal cavity. This compartment is the lesser sac. The lesser sac boundary of the lesser sac as being contained within the renal ligament. On the right by the peritoneal ligament containing the gap between and the cava is called the epiphyseal sac. Duodenal ligament, once again, it attaches between the porta hepatis and it can duodenal ligament. We're now examine the lesser sac. The anterior wall from